less than 1 month later, everything changed. My mirror soul showed up on his own. Welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I want to talk about infinite realities today. I want to talk about how you're not trying to control your reality. I hope that you're only learning how to control your own mind, your own thinking, and releasing and letting go and revising, if necessary, old patterns, old negative habits that you have about how you view yourself, view love, and view your mirror soul. I do have an incredible inspirational success story to read to you from one of my clients. Last year, I believe it was May 2024. I did come on and I did a video about her movement back then at that time. After that, and it was amazing movement. After that, everything kind of went out of control and seemed to go way in the opposite direction. And so this is one of those stories. The whole point of this is to inspire you not to give up. And if you get derailed, to get out of your head and get out of your mentality of thinking that the material world is final, because it's not. It's just always showing you a movie, basically. But there's like an infinite, it's a giant mega cinema, and there are infinite movies playing at every single moment. And so if you don't like the script that you're currently seeing projected on the screen of your material world of your life, just leave the theater, walk down the hall, and go to the movie that's more in alignment with what you feel deep down in your heart and soul. But please do realize that what is currently happening is just an old script of your own being played out for you. But you don't have to stay watching that movie. All timelines are existing. Infinite timelines are constantly existing, but it's moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. And we're constantly shifting in and out of these timelines every single moment. But all possibilities exist every single moment. All possibilities, even ones that you don't like, but even the best possibilities exist. But to get to that movie that's playing, you can't keep reaffirming and revisiting and ruminating on all of the things that were painful of the past, because then you're just bringing that and it's projecting on the screen. And so that's the movie that you're watching. So this is going to be an amazing email. I'm just going to read it through. And if anything else comes up naturally while I'm reading it, obviously I'll say it. So she wrote, "Hi, Kim. This is my final success story, and I'll try to keep this short and sweet. After my last positive movement update with my mirror soul, almost a year ago, May 2024, a lot of things spiraled back to undesirable in the 3D. My mirror soul kept saying that he would leave the third party, and then he wouldn't. We went through a lot more no contact. He appeared to be fully decided about doing life with the 3P and moving on." And let me just say for some of you guys, they belong together. He did not belong with the 3P. The 3P was a manifestation of my client's old belief system of, at that time in her life, not being chosen, and that it wasn't safe to be in a relationship. Okay, so anyone, just to be very clear about that. Fast forward now to the last 6 months of my journey, for the sake of time. At the end of last year, the third party and my mirror soul moved out of state about 20 hours away. I was blocked on all forms of communication, social media, even email addresses. Everything seemed impossible at that point. But I knew in my heart that he is my mirror soul. So I persisted. And persisting, again, means persisting in knowing that the end exists, not in persisting, but constantly checking the 3D for validation. Okay, I just want to be clear about that. Around the holidays, the same pattern had reemerged. My mirror soul made promises, again, to leave the third party and to give him and I a real shot. Unfortunately, the same hot and cold continued, and he backed out of it again. This happened again the following month, only it ended in our biggest blow up and fight ever. And that is when everything happened and he moved in and he moved 20 hours away. So for the first time, instead of feeling sad, I was so angry. And I decided, well, my ego decided that maybe I did need to move on. However, one positive observation I had was that after letting myself feel angry for a couple of days, see, she didn't push her feelings down. She let herself feel the emotions. I decided to focus only on the mirroring, not who said what, but simply what was said and what was that mirroring back to me. You know how for years I've been saying, detach it from your person and just see what is being reflected back to you. She finally did this and in a very powerful way. Having this type of objective observation really helped take the emotions of our relationship out of it. And it allowed me to heal the parts of myself that were truly the only thing in the way this entire time. And she did a revision meditation too. And I'm going to put a Brian Scott 10-minute revision meditation that I think is very powerful in the description below or in a pinned comment. I begged, fought, pleaded for so long for commitment. Came to find out I was the one afraid to commit. I was the one not allowing my mirror soul to quantum leap with me because I kept my perception of him in the old story. See, that's huge. You really cannot serve two masters. And I finally decided to choose. The easiest way for me to accomplish living in the end wasn't pretending, but it was actually just knowing that all potentials still existed, including my desired end. That's it. I knew it wasn't the only potential, but knowing that it was at least a potential was the biggest mindset shift for me. See, guys? Then I completely let go. I completely stopped trying to figure out the how, the when, and asking, is it even possible? And I started living my own life to the fullest again, with friends, with my job, with my hobbies and travel. I scripted in my journal, but to remain detached, I did it generally. I wrote, I am getting married in 2025. I'm living the life of my dreams with the love of my life. It's safe for me to love and to be loved unconditionally. I'm ready for this. I decided to finally let God show me the who, the when, the how, and the why. Less than 1 month later, everything changed. My mirror soul showed up on his own. He had left the third party and even cried to her that he can't live without me. He moved out of their house together and showed up on my doorstep with flowers and his truck full of his belongings. It took me some time to process what a quantum leap we did, but he was so patient with me accepting his apologies and allowed me the time to process and make sure that now that I had my manifestation, that I truly wanted it. And I do. He's a brand new man. He meditates with me, checks in with me emotionally, communicates constantly, protects me, surprises me, and showers me with love and affection in every way. A month later, he ended up moving in completely. And a month after that, we are now engaged. So, to all of your current subscribers and clients who need a success story that seemed like it would never happen, please share this with them. This is after a year and a half of hot and cold with a third party, moving across the country with a third party, being blocked on all platforms. Two, living together, being the one who's valued, pursued, desired, and adored, engaged, and planning a wedding. So the keys for me was revision, and she did that through revision meditations, and I'll link I think one of the most powerful ones down below. A handful of affirmations for my self-concept, valuable, being valuable, lovable, accepted, chosen, committed to, and a handful of affirmations for us, being loving, committed, happy, a healthy relationship, the perfect match for each other, our relationship being fulfilling in every way for both of us, scripting generally about what real love looks like, feels like, and acts like, faith and trust that all potentials exist for us to choose from, and letting go of control. Thank you for being part of my journey and for the work that you do. And thank you for being part of my journey and for all the work that you just did. And to all of my subscribers out there and to all of my clients out there, please be proud of yourself, because the fact that you're on this journey shows that you are just like right there, becoming enlightened and becoming the best version of you. And you just need to learn how to turn off not to do this in a way that you're impatient with yourself, but just turn off the storyline and the script and the movies that are playing in your mind that are going against what it is that you actually deserve. Get in alignment, get in balance within yourself, get in love and trust within yourself and with your life. And when you think about your mirror soul, think about your mirror soul in a healthy way. See them also as being loving and strong and committed and ready. Drop all the stories, drop all the circumstances, drop all the labels of on them and on yourself and on the relationship itself. Okay, live your best life. Really dive deep into the things that you love to do. If you are confused about this, binge my videos because I know that they'll help you. And if you doubt the success stories, that's just your own doubt within you. So don't project it onto others. It doesn't work in my reality. And anyway, if you need me, just reach out. I love you so much. Please affirm down below with prayer hands and a heart that you've received this message. Okay. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.